I swear to God, this has to be the final take. This is my fourth time doing this. I did like 5 minutes in the past couple of times, and I feel like I started to slur, and I feel like I'm about to slur again, but I will catch myself. Anyway, guys, welcome back to a brand new episode. It's been a while since my last one-on-one with you. I think my last one was I almost got robbed in Europe, that Europe summary trip. And after that, we had so many guests on the show. And honestly, I just want to say the team and I, we've been working so hard to bring the best, or at least we think are the best people with the best story or the best value on the pod. And I genuinely hope that you guys have enjoyed the episodes. And I hope those episodes have kept you company through your days, good days, bad days, or just a whatever day. I hope those episodes brought some nuggets of wisdom into your life, or even if it didn't, like you learned absolutely nothing from it, which is quite unlikely. I feel like with every episode, there's something to learn and take away from. But even if there wasn't, I hope we made you feel a little less alone. So today, it's just me and you, because I feel like, if I'm being honest, I feel like I've been feeling a little disconnected with you guys. Yeah. I feel like I've just been so into putting out episodes that I forgot you guys are here. Do I even make sense? So today is my attempt to reconnect with my fellow healers, my dearest healers, still thinking about if we're sticking with the word healer and feelers. I don't know. I just don't like calling people things, but I feel like you know what? I'm just going to stop here. But yes, I really want to reconnect with you guys on a deeper level. And please forgive me if I burp, because I literally just had like a huge meal. I ordered room service because I couldn't be bothered to head out right now. It's so late and I'm so tired after a long, long travel. And honestly, sometimes the reason why I don't end up recording myself after a long episode, I don't even know how YouTubers, vloggers do it, to record every part of their journey. It's so tiring that I just want to plonk onto bed and sleep. And it's 1 a.m. right now and I'm about to fall asleep, but I'm going to pull through so that you guys have an episode to listen to this week. Okay, let's begin. Head over heels. All right, healers, can we talk about bare minimum for a sec? Because in 2025, the bare minimum is wearing sunscreen. Now, if you have been following me, you know I never skip my sunscreen. It's the one habit I'm actually super proud my younger self stuck with, because right now my skin is thanking me for it. So I'm here in Seoul right now, and the one brand that keeps popping every time I need sunscreen is Beauty of Joseon. It's Korean skincare that blends traditional herbal ingredients with modern formulas, and you know what? It works so well on my skin. Now, if you have dry to normal skin like I do, the Relief Sun Rice Plus Probiotics is so moisturizing and comfortable. No white cast, no grease, just glowing, healthy skin. But if you are more of an oily or combination skin girly, try the Aquafresh version. Think rice seed water plus B5, super lightweight, cooling, and absorbs like a dream. Now, they both have SPF 50 plus, PA4 plus, so you're getting some serious protection either way, okay? Honestly, guys, Korean skincare is unmatched. And you don't have to hop on a flight to get it anymore, because your girl got you sorted with a code. Use BEAUHOH15 for 15% off with no minimum spend at the Beauty of Joseon official store on Shopee. Again, it's BEAUHOH15 for 15% off with no minimum spend. Terms and conditions apply. Now, let's get back to the episode. Why am I here in Seoul? Okay, I would love to tell you guys because it's so freaking exciting. And this thing that's going to happen is happening tomorrow. But the thing is, I signed an NDA. So even by the time this episode is out, you will have no clue why I'm here in Seoul, because I cannot tell you guys why I'm here in Seoul. But I can eventually. But that's going to be a little while more. So in the meantime, I'm in Seoul. I'm going to extend about 2 extra days on my own. So I'm going to be exploring the city, but I'm technically here for work, because I've been getting a lot of question about, Maggie, how do you fund your trips? You travel so much. It's crazy. You're at the airport almost every month. Well, to be fair, I have friends who are at the airport like literally almost every week, but let's not compare. Every month is also quite intense. I thought about it. I was on a flight today. I did not know we had Wi-Fi until the final hour of the flight. So for the first 5-ish hours, I had no internet, and there's no in-flight entertainment, meaning like there's no screen in front of me. I have to like log into my phone and I just can't be bothered. I was bored out of my mind and I had so much time to think. So, especially with some of your burning questions, which I will address very, very soon, I had so much time to think and I lost my train of thought. Oh my God, I hate myself. What was I saying? So this is my problem whenever I record my solo episodes. I don't have my producer here to tell me where I forget, because I have goldfish memory. I have short attention span. I really don't remember what I was saying. Kill me right now. I think I was talking about Seoul. I know this is so frustrating, right? But I refuse to press pause and go back because it's going to mess up my entire flow. But anyway, guys, I'm here in Seoul. Okay. Jesus, what was I talking about? I'm still trying to think back. I don't think I was talking about anything too important, right? I know I can totally rewind back, but I think this is funnier. Fuck it. I'm going to go ahead because the more I retake, the later I sleep and I need to wake up early tomorrow. Guys, I need to tell you guys something. Okay. Oh, I think I was talking about how I fund my travel. Yes, there we go. Sorry. So I had so much time to think that I started thinking about some of the questions you guys asked, and one of them was, how do I fund my travels? And the truth is, I don't fund most of my travels because, like I said, a lot of them are work trips, either with tourism boards, either with brands that most of the time they would cover my flights, they would cover my hotel, they would cover some of the on-ground expenses. So a lot of the times these trips are covered for, which I'm super thankful for. But except unless I extend my trip, then it's on my own lah. So the hotel that I will be booking after this, it's gonna be on my own expense. So yeah, I fund my own trip most of the time, but half, I would say majority of it, if it's a work trip, if you guys know for sure it's a work trip, it's usually paid for, and that's just how it works, right? Okay, just like how people go on business trips, I'm pretty sure their company pay for the expenses, their flight and everything. So yeah, it's not uncommon, I don't think. In fact, it's not just exclusive to the entertainment industry. I feel like, especially in the corporate world, so many people go on business trips, and I see people in their suits and their suitcase at the airport with literally no luggage. So I assume these people are going on day trips, and I think that's so common. Anyway, I kind of want to talk about how I've been feeling lately. One of the things that I've been quite open about on my Instagram is how I'm feeling this silent burnout. I don't even know how to explain it, right? Like, I feel like on the outside, everything looks fine. Like, my work is fine. Like, I have great friends, you know, like I'm traveling around the world. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I don't know if it's a trend, but a video. Okay, imagine this. It's a video of someone enjoying life. It's either a view of the ocean or them on a yacht, and the overlay text is something along the lines of, I'm struggling in life, but this is also what I post on the internet. So a lot of the times what you see really isn't the full truth. At the same time, I feel like how we feel and what we are doing can kind of exist all at the same time. Like, they can exist in a parallel. Like, I can be unhappy but still doing a job that is so exciting. For example, I'm here in Seoul for such an exciting opportunity, but on my way here on my flight, oh my God, I was having an existential crisis, you guys. I was like, oh my God, what's next for me? What do I need to work towards? Why is this so bad? Like, I need to do this and that. And I think that's so human, right? So long story short, I feel so stuck. And I feel a little paradoxical saying this because it's almost like the opposite of what my life seems to be, but I do feel stuck. Like I feel like I kind of want to put a disclaimer out there. I just don't know how to say this without sounding like an asshole, okay? So I'm just going to say it as it is and we can break it down together. And this is how I feel. So for the longest time, I've been chasing and working and hustling towards becoming the best host in the industry. And after so many years, after lots of rejections, really after plowing through the mud, I feel like I've gotten somewhere, right? Again, I do not want in any way to sound like I'm boasting or like I'm entitled or like I'm an asshole, but again, I'm just going to say it as it is. I feel like I've gotten to a point in my life, in my career as a host, where people do recognize my work, and I'm so grateful for that. So don't get me wrong, I still love what I do, but at the same time, I still feel like I'm a little bit stuck. Because these days, every time I do a job, people would come to me with in good faith, like they don't mean bad or anything, and I know that. They always say, Maggie, you close eyes also can do lah. Yeah, so easy for you. And honestly, I know in some ways that is a compliment, but deep down, like it stuck with me. It's like, oh man, do people really think it's that easy for me that I don't even need to put in effort anymore? That's where my mind goes. Like, I know that's not what they intended to me. It's so simple. Like, I'm the one complicating it, but I feel like there's a reason why my brain goes there. But I know whenever someone tells me that, I am Maggie, close eyes so you can do lah. I know they come from a good place, that, they trust me in the work that I do. They think that I can do a good job, and I really appreciate that. So if you're someone who has told me that before, know that I take zero offense. Please continue saying it. It's totally okay. If anything, I know it's a compliment, but just me being me, I just feel like, does that mean I've reached a plateau? Like I'm no longer growing, that because it's no longer challenging me? Because for me, what keeps me going is what challenges me, right? I also had this conversation the other day with someone who said, oh, how's it like? They asked me, how's it like, hosting these days? Must be so easy for you. And I'm like, yeah, I guess it is. It's becoming easier, but doesn't mean the job itself is easy. But it's because I've put in so much hours and work in the years of my time of hustling. Again, I needed to burp, sorry. The kimchi jjigae was so good. Anyway, doesn't mean that I don't love it, but I do enjoy a good challenge. I really do. But the truth is, sometimes the things that I do don't challenge me as much. And by the way, whatever I'm saying is really just exclusive to me being a host right now, because I think there's so many things that I do. I'm talking about just hosting. So yeah, am I losing the spark for it? I don't know. But I feel like I'm just finding new ways to challenge myself, which is why I'm doing this podcast. Like, I feel like hosting on stage and everything is good, especially like smaller events, but like the big ones like TRX Countdown, oh my gosh, that is so challenging, you guys. And every time after a super intensely challenging job, I feel so fulfilled. So maybe because a lot of the work that I'm doing is getting easier for me, that maybe I no longer feel as fulfilled as I used to be. Is it because I have leveled up and therefore I need to change my environment? I do not know. I don't know. I'm processing this with you guys in real time, by the way. So if you're feeling the same way, I guess we're not alone. Maybe for me, it's a sign that we are growing. Am I outgrowing the job? No, I feel like I still love it. I really, really do. I still get the nerves. Don't get me wrong, you guys. I still get nervous before every single job, big or small. I still do. But I guess when you do something repetitively for so many years, you do come to a point where, what's next? What is there more to this? And I guess that's just where I am right now. So actually I do have a question from you guys. This is sent anonymously, so I don't know your name, so I can't give you a shout out, but I'm guessing she's a girl. I don't know. I don't want to assume, but she says, I've realized that I've become lost in my career aspirations, caught up in climbing the corporate ladder. My passion and motivations have started to fade, and work now feels just like work. How can I reconnect with the passion and drive I once had for both personal and professional growth? You know what? It's exactly what I talked about. I feel like I can kind of relate to what you're saying. Like I was so busy chasing and climbing that not corporate ladder for me, that I guess entertainment ladder, we don't really have a ladder in the industry, do we? Yeah, we do. I guess we do. Anyway, I've also been chasing and chasing, climbing up and up and up and up and up and trying to go as high as I can. That, hey, maybe I'm done chasing for a while. Maybe that's okay. You know what no one talks about? Outgrowing your own hustle. I think that is something that people don't talk about enough. So maybe you're not burnout. Maybe you're just done chasing because you have climbed, you have fell, you have conquered, you have hit those promotions, you have been through rejections after rejections. Now you look around, you're like, so what am I running towards anymore? I don't know. So it's not because I don't think it's because you don't care about what you do. Like I said, I still love my job. I really do, genuinely. I would not trade it for anything else in this world. But sometimes I think it happens. I think it's so human. So I guess maybe it's just about reigniting the fire, right? Like you said, to find that spark again. Maybe it is time to ask yourself some very important questions to dig deeper, like, is this the ladder I still want to climb? Look, you can be climbing the same thing, or you can climb another ladder that looks different and feels different. You don't need to continue climbing the same ladder if it no longer serves its purpose, if it no longer feels the same way, or it no longer feels fulfilled the way you used to feel, right? And I think that's okay. Sometimes you outgrow something, and that's fine. And maybe you want to zoom out. I think when I was on the flight thinking about why I feel this way, I kind of had to zoom out a little bit, because when you're in it, it's so hard to see, right? Like they say, when you're in a not so good relationship, it's so hard to see until you're out of it. So like I had to really zoom out while being in it and ask myself questions like, okay, what is wrong here? Why am I feeling this way? Why do I not feel fulfilled like I used to be? And is this something I still want to do for the next 20 years? My answer to myself was yes, I want to do this more. I want to do even more. It's just that the way I want to do it is different now. So I would say ask yourself those important questions, because sometimes after doing something for so long, it can feel really tiring. Even running marathons, right? At every checkpoint, you need to do a checkpoint. You need to rest. I don't know. I've never ran a marathon before. I think they don't stop because they need to get the best time. But my point is, if you're running for fun, you need to rest, right? You need to take a break. You need to drink a bit of water. You need to like rehydrate yourself. And I think that's maybe what you need to do to recharge. And I like to use this word a lot. And it is also exactly what I'm doing right now, hopefully on this trip as well, to recalibrate. So girl, zoom out and recalibrate. Maybe you have outgrown this job, so it is time to look for another. And maybe you should just do something that has absolutely nothing to do with your job, but something that fulfills your soul, like it gives you joy. And maybe that could spark something new. And yeah, good luck. Next question. My boyfriend is suffering from depression. He told me that I'm the person who caused him the most stress. He always ignores me, pushes me away when I approach him to help. I even stop talking to him just to keep him from being stressed. I'm so heartbroken. I feel like I'm his burden. Should I leave him? Oh man, this is so hard. It is so hard to be the caretaker of someone who is going through something very, very difficult in their life. And I'm talking about something that has to do with, say, mental health. Because if they are not in their best mental state, it is very, very hard to be there for them, especially when in your case, he clearly verbalizes that he does not want your help. Look, I know you love him. And I know he's going through something so heavy, but all I can say is it is not your job to fix him. As much as you think you're a fixer, something like this, it is not your job to fix him. And it is not something you'll be able to fix no matter how much you think you want to try. And if anything, you might, what's the word? It might backfire. The more you help, the more it might backfire. So maybe, just maybe, if showing up makes him push you away, maybe it's time to stop showing up. Maybe it's time to stop helping. Maybe it's time for him to figure out this demon that he's battling, this hardship that he's going through, because it is not your place to do anything to try to get him out of it. I think in this case, the most you can do is just be there for him, but don't even try to pull him out, because he will not be able to come out of it when he's not ready. And it is not your place to make him ready in any way. So I also want to say that you are not the problem. I feel like he doesn't even know what the problem is. I think, again, I have very little context of what's going on between the both of you, but I think that your boyfriend is going through something very difficult in his life, and he does not know how to go about it or verbalize it. That doesn't hurt you right now, because hurt people hurt people. So and I feel so sorry that you have to go through it, because I can only imagine how painful it is to hear that someone you love tells you to go away when all you want to do is help them. But know that you are not the problem, but at the same time, you will not be the one to fix him. I think I said that so many times, sorry. But yeah, I think sometimes that's just how life works, right? You may not meet someone exactly the way they need to be met, and you may not be able to show up the way they need you to be, if I make sense at all, because yeah, that's life. And sometimes loving someone could be doing absolutely nothing. Just because you're doing nothing, maybe, okay, look, I feel like if I put myself in your shoe, maybe doing absolutely nothing, you feel like you're not helping him. But in this case, maybe it could help. In fact, it might make you guys better. Maybe he does not want you to help him. Maybe he just wants you to be there for him and make him remember life, how do I put this, out of the depression. Maybe he don't want you to keep reminding him that he's depressed. Maybe. Again, I do not know. And to answer your last question, should you leave? Now, before you leave the relationship, like, I know it's tiring. Oh my gosh, I know you're tired. Now, before you leave the relationship, I would think that maybe before we go to the extreme of breaking up, try to take a step back, because sometimes I think I really believe in taking 2 steps back so you can take 5 steps forward. Maybe it's time to take a step back and let him be. Maybe he can go to therapy on his own. You could go to therapy on your own. And if that makes things better, maybe that is how it should be. But even after you step back, he still puts the blame on you why you're not doing anything, then girl, I think you have your answer. I feel like a lot of the times, whether or not we should leave a relationship, a lot of the times, deep down, we know the answer. And if you still feel that kick in your gut to tell you to leave, then that's what you do. But in the meantime, maybe it's just time to take a step back. And wish you the best. Okay, I tell you guys, a lot of people have been wanting me to slap them. I don't know why. Y'all keep ending your question with Maggie. I know, please slap me. or I deserve a slap. Guys, I'm not going to slap you, but maybe a virtual one. Okay, this one is a little spicy, you guys. Hi, Maggie. I already know. I already know you're going to scold after reading this. I've been in contact with a guy for almost every day for the past 1.5 months. We're in different countries, so it's all through messages. We share our daily lives. It's mutual. He responds, cares, opens up, and keep the chat going. But he has a girlfriend. Gulp. I've been feeling so insecure every single day. Honestly, I don't know what the boundaries are. If I text more, I worry I'm being too much. If I text less, I feel like I might lose him. My emotions are all over the place and deep down, my emotions are all over the place, up and down, constantly depending on his responses. I've tried to stay occupied to distract myself, but it feels like I'm only sinking deeper into this. And maybe I just need someone to give me a slap, and wake me up. I'm not going to scold you. But girl, he has a girlfriend. Do you know where you stand? Look, I don't want to scold you, but I have to. Do you know your position right now? You are the third person because you know for sure he has a girlfriend. The girlfriend might not know you exist. So you are the mistress. I'm sorry, but there's no other way to say it. You are the mistress. So what are you doing? Are you okay being in this position? Clearly not, because you can't even sleep at night. Guys, I think we can do better, okay? Like, I don't know, if your choice is to be someone's secret, okay, but I don't think that's what you want. I don't think it's making you happy. In fact, it's feeding into your insecurity because it is exactly what it is. This guy is an insecure person. You are just feeding his ego. You're just a second choice. Give me a moment. Look, I get it. I get it though. Maybe it's thrilling at first. Maybe it's fun. Maybe you think he is that guy that you've been looking for, but he's attached. So you keep trying, hoping and thinking that he would eventually leave the girlfriend, leave his comfortable life with the girlfriend that he says he loves, and be with you. But for now, that is not the truth. For now, you are in a completely different country, completely out of his life. Very convenient for him, by the way. Sitting here, listening to this podcast, refreshing your phone, checking your phone every second, seeing if he's responded to your text, seeing if he has seen your story or responded to it, wondering if this is worth it. Because your heart is trying to build a home in a place that is not yours. Let that sink in for a little bit. Is this really what you want? Because I think you deserve more. I think you don't need this. I think you can be happier without this guy. Because clearly, if he wanted to break up with his girlfriend, he would have. But because you are making it so convenient for him to still be with him without him breaking up, why would he break up with the girl that he's so comfortable with? When he can come to you when he is bored or when the girlfriend is fighting with him, he's got like a safe space to go to forget about that little pain he's going through with his love of his life, to go. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. You deserve someone who chooses you fully, okay? This is what I've been saying all the time. You deserve someone who chooses you and not someone who texts you like you're his girlfriend while going to bed with his actual girlfriend that is not you. But at the same time, I know it is so hard when you're in it. Sometimes it's hard to get out. But all I'm going to say is, this is not about him anymore. This is about you, girl. You are not choosing yourself. That's why you ended up being in this situation. So you cannot blame anyone in this world. You cannot blame anyone if shit goes down and you get into a shitty situation. You have no one to blame but yourself. So I'd say get out of it while you can. Plus, he's in a different country, so probably a lot easier than having to see him every day. You don't have to see him every day. So I would say end it right now. End it right now. Yeah. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say, okay? I'll check in with you another time, but I hope to get an update from you. But in the meantime, I don't know how to say it nicely, but I feel like that's all I'm going to say this time. Choose yourself. Hi, Maggie. I've been with my boyfriend for 6 months, but we are not intimate. He said he's still healing, but recently told me he just doesn't like kissing or hugging. It's confusing and hard for me because physical touch is my love language, and he gives me mixed signals. Okay, girl. Like, first of all, this is so hard to not just not have sex, okay? The intimacy part seems like a secondary problem right now, because the primary problem right now is him not liking kissing or hugging, the baseline of it, of being in a relationship, of being with someone you say you love. These are things that you want to do naturally, right? So if he said he doesn't like, that's big for me. That's big. That's very big. Can I be with someone who doesn't like to kiss or hug me or touch me? My answer is no. But I don't know about you, if you're okay with it. But seems like it's not, because your love language is physical touch as well. So I feel like I don't know if I want to go there yet. Wait, since it's only been 6 months, you guys should be kissing and hugging, is what I'm trying to say. It's kind of like still the honeymoon stage, right? 6 months, so fresh. And in 6 months already, he's not touching or kissing or hugging you. I think we've got a problem here, girl. I hate to say this, but we might have a problem here. Because can you imagine in the next year or so, are you okay with that? Because by then it will be too late maybe to get out of it. But right now, I feel like 6 months in, it's a very important checkpoint to take a pause. Like, okay, I think we might have a problem here, because if you don't like touching me, kissing me, I don't feel love, right? And if you don't feel love over time, you could fall out of love, and that is so human. But if you think it is something worth working for, I would suggest couples therapy. I think that is something you guys can check out. If you think in every other department of him being your boyfriend is like husband material, he's the man of your life, except for this, go for the couples therapy. I feel like someone professional would be able to give you guys the tools to maybe overcome this roadblock. I don't know how I would feel, because, okay, how do I put this? I have definitely been in a relationship with someone who does not like physical touch, while I love and I need physical touch. It's like the number one thing for me. And whenever they do that, it's not having sex all the time. I'm not talking about that. It's that occasional touch and seeing each other and just wanting to cuddle together. And I feel like it releases, I don't want to get scientific, but I've seen articles that says, you sleep well and you sleep better when you're next to someone you love. And when you hug someone, it releases this kind of chemical that's good for you. It makes you happier. And I believe in that, because when I hug someone I love, I feel good. So I can't imagine not being able to hug someone you say you love, but he's right there. So for me, this is actually a very big red flag, because I don't think I will be able to continue the relationship with someone who does not want to touch me. Yeah. So I'm gonna just end with this, okay? Are you in love with him, or the potential of who he could be if he has healed from this issue? But I feel like they're very, very different things, because first you say he said he's not healed, and then he said he actually doesn't like. So those two are very, very different things, and one of them is very real. The fact that he doesn't like it. I don't think you should take it lightly. I think you should take it very, very seriously, okay? Because if anything, It's just a mismatch. You guys just are not compatible in that sense, and that's okay. Might as well leave now than later. I know 6 months feels like a long time too. It is still a lot of time invested in someone, but is this something you can live with for the rest of your life? But if you say you can, sure, girl, go for it. If it's something you can close one eye for and live for the rest of your life, okay. But if you cannot, genuinely, you got to ask yourself that question. Can you live with that for the rest of your life? If, say, you guys get married and he still does not want to really touch you and kiss you or touch you or hug you. Did I say touch twice? I did. Yeah. I feel like we could get into this on a deeper level next time, but for now, I feel like I don't think it is something that you should take lightly lah. Okay? All right. Next question. Oh, girl, why is everyone in a situationship? I'm in a situationship with a guy only to find out that he's got a girlfriend, but we still text and meet each other on and off. I know I'm stupid, but how? Deep down, I know he will leave his girlfriend for me. I know. Scold me. Give me a hard slap. Second slap now. Guys, what are y'all doing? 为什么? Why? Okay, first of all, girl, I already talked about this earlier, okay? Our friend earlier is in a little bit of a similar limbo as you are, so you guys should be friends. Okay, maybe not. You guys will not influence each other very well, but I think, girl, I think you already know. You already know. I'm going to just leave you with this, okay? So now you're the side chick, you're the side piece. What makes you think, say one day, you are now the main course for him. You're no longer the side piece, okay? He breaks up with a girlfriend. You finally be the main and only girlfriend. What makes you think he won't do it to you again? If he can do it to his girlfriend now, he can do it to you. If anything, he's already showing you who he is. And that's what I see and know from this. If he can do it now, he can always do it again and again and again. And if anything, like I said earlier, you are making it so convenient for him because you're still waiting and still being available for him without him even committing. So why would he even commit then? Do I make sense, girls? Do I make sense? Yep, I said it. So guys, I think at the end of the day, if you're not ready to choose yourself, don't expect other people to choose you. I don't think that's fair. I think there's a lot of work, inner work that we all need to do, and that's fine. That's being human, that's growing up. I feel like I have so much more work to do as well. There's so much flaws in me, so much things that I can be better at. But one thing I will not be is be someone's side piece. Okay? If I find myself in the situation that you are at, again, I know easier said than done, but my dad was a cheater. So, like, seeing how much hurt that has put my mom through and us having our family broken into pieces over something like that when I was younger, I just don't stand for it. Or at least anymore in this time of my life. I just feel like we're all adults. We know the consequences of our actions, and if you already know to tell me to slap you, of course I will not slap you because I love you guys. But that means you already know it's wrong and you already know what to do. You don't even need me to tell you what to do. So all I'm going to leave you with is, please choose yourself. All right, I'm going to end it with this piece, you guys. It is very close to my bedtime. In fact, beyond my bedtime now. But I don't know who this person is talking about, but I really want to know. So crack the code with me here. This person says, tell me the spiciest influencer tea you know. I'll start. Influencer A that most people simp for is actually really manipulative IRL, gaslights and all. He would tell his friends that he slept with a girl and talk about it. He has a girlfriend, by the way. There is more to this story, but it is too long to tell. You cannot leave us hanging like that, you know. So I'm trying to break it down like a riddle, like a game. Influencer A. Hello, person who told this story. Are you trying to give me hint that the person name starts with an A, or are you just doing a random ABC influencer A? You cannot like that. Next time you must leave some hint. Okay? So that means we need a part 2 of this solo episode. Okay? At the moment, I sent this to my friend in my friend in the industry. We try to figure out who it is. We don't know. We don't know. So is the person sending me this an influencer? I don't know. Do I want to know? Yes. So at the moment, I don't have any tea, you guys. I feel like I'm the most boring person in the world. I was just talking to Nat about this the other day that, babe, got tea? And then she's like, no tea, you got tea? And I'm like, I don't have tea. Can you give me some tea? I don't have tea. And then we just had this realization that, oh my God, we're so boring, babe. And then she's like, Yahweh, oh my God, we're so boring. Why other people got so much tea? We don't have tea. But maybe not having tea is a good thing. Maybe a boring life, a peaceful life is a sign of a good life too. I feel like for the longest time, I just have this trauma bonding, trauma bonding with the toxicity since young, unfortunately, that chaos to me was normal. Chaos means life is normal. So now that I no longer have much chaos in my life, I'm going to touch wood. Touch wood first. I don't want to jinx it. Now that there's not much chaos in my life except for my own AirPod mishaps, I feel a bit boring lah, my life. Maybe that's why I spiral into this nothingness of like existential crisis, like what am I doing for my life? But actually, life's good. Life's fine. Life is okay. And I think that's fine. Anyway, about influencer A, I don't know, man. Whoever fed us this story, you need to give me more. I swear to God, we might need one. The last time I had something like this was that Mr. O, that I feel like I owe you guys a part 2, but it's been almost a year. I don't know if people even care about it, but apparently that Mr. O actually viewed a lot of my stories. Not a lot of my stories, that stretch of my stories. He wasn't scared. He knows we're talking about him, but he saw all the stories. That's all I'm gonna leave it with. If you guys have more updates about this Mr. O, is he still going around doing this stupid shit? Let me know. I don't know. We might just do an episode about him, okay? And, give our girls a heads up. So, girlies, let me know. I wonder if after that saga, he's a bit more aware, or at least girls are more aware of who we're talking about. Because I swear to God, there were so many people that dropped me a DM and people that I actually know sending me messages and asking me if that's the person. And sending me screenshots. I cannot even begin. I can't even begin to fathom the extent of his activity list of his women. It's crazy. Jesus Christ, people like that exist. Oh yes, they do. Anyway, guys, I think that's all for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I was aiming for a 30 minutes episode, but we're like 40 something minute. But anyway, yeah, that's all I have for today. I do have a lot more questions, but I'm going to keep it for another day. And I love you guys so much. I feel like as much as sometimes I feel like I'm stuck, I've hit a plateau. I feel like the community that I've built, I know it's strong and I know you guys are there. You guys might be a little bit quiet sometimes. We might not chat all the time, but I know you guys are there. And I just want to say I love you guys so much. And I am so excited for tomorrow. But by the time this episode is out, it's way past tomorrow. It will be like in 2 weeks time. Yeah, just want to say thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Like I always say, don't forget to fall head over heels for yourself and always. Okay? Bye. Good night. Head over heels. Head over heels. Head over heels. Head over heels. Head over heels.